Welcome back. Okay, so I have a book to share with you today. This is the cover, and the title is Leo, the Late Bloomer. So when something blooms like a flower, that means it opens up, right? And so they also sometimes say when people grow up and they start to do new things, that they're blooming. So you could call it, say you're a bloomer. So he's a late bloomer. Let's see what happens. Leo couldn't do anything right. Oh. Oh no.
He's stuck in the flower.
He's stuck in some bushes or something. He couldn't read. He couldn't write. So look at all the animals wrote what type of animal they are. But Leo, not as much yet, right? He's not really writing letters yet. He couldn't draw. He drew a line, I would say. You know what I noticed though? He's trying, isn't he? That's good. He was a sloppy eater. And he never said a word. Oh, owl saying hoot. Elephant saying Trump. The snake is saying hiss. Bird is saying pip. Alligator, or I don't know if it's an alligator or a crocodile.
Alligator.
Let's see what it says. Oh, and here it says crocodile. So crocodile is saying crunch. But Leo's not saying anything.
Leo has to
Yeah. What's the matter with Leo? Asked Leo's father. Nothing, said Leo's mother. Leo is just a late bloomer. Better late than never, thought Leo's father. Every day, Leo's father watched him for signs of blooming. I think his dad is a little worried about him. Yeah, his dad is a little worried about him. And every night, Leo's father watched him for signs of blooming. Are you sure Leo's a bloomer? Asked Leo's father. Patience, said Leo's mother. A watched bloomer doesn't bloom. So Leo's father watched television instead of Leo.
He's actually looking at Leo.
Here it is. The snows came. Leo's father wasn't watching, but Leo still wasn't blooming.
He's covered in snow. The snow covered outside.
The trees budded. Leo's father wasn't watching, but Leo still wasn't blooming.
He's not.
Then one day, in his own time, Leo bloomed. He could read. He could write.
What is he writing?
Writing. He wrote his name. If you look at it this way, it's a different type of writing, but he wrote his name. This is Leo. Leo. He could draw. He ate neatly. he also spoke. And it wasn't just a word, it was a whole sentence. And that sentence was, oh, I wonder what it was. I made it. Do you think he's proud of himself?
Where is he?
He's here. He's proud. He said, I made it. I bloomed.
He's proud.
He's proud of himself. And you know what? I also really like this story because it shows how everyone is ready for things at their own time,
I
right?
know how to spell my name.
So some of the other kids or animals were ready to read before Leo was. They were ready to do things before Leo. And guess what? That's okay. Leo did it when Leo was ready, right? And that's the same for everybody. Animals, people, everybody, right? So when you go to kindergarten, you might see like somebody might be able to do something before you can do it. But guess what? You'll get there too. You just got to try and then you'll bloom too, right? All right, should we play a little game?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I see the alphabet.
you might have noticed up here on the board are what?
Alphabet.
It's some letters, right? It's not the whole alphabet, but there's quite a few letters up there. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to make a letter here in the middle. And then you are going to
Try to find it.
match the lowercase letter to the uppercase letter. So I am going to pass around this basket. I want you each to take one letter and just hold it nicely in your lap, okay? And while you do that, please do it quietly. I am going to start making a letter up here, okay? You take the basket and pass it. All right, so I am going to make an uppercase letter. And I am going to give you clues about what letter I'm gonna make and you're gonna try to guess, okay? All right, so the first letter I am going to make is made with a long line. And then it's made with also with a short line and a short line. Any guesses what letter I might be making? Could be F. Tate,
I don't have
what? Could be F. Is there any other letter it could be? Ari? Anybody have a different guess? Braxton? M is made with 4 long lines. I only have 1 long line. That's a T, but remember I still have another short line. I. All right, pass it, please. Just grab one and pass it. No, grab it for you, hold on to it, and pass the basket to Braxton behind you. Thank you. All right, so letter I. Now we're gonna find the I up here in the colorful letters. Is this an I?
No.
Is this an I?
No.
Yes, it has a short line on top and the short line on bottom. Now, what does a lowercase I look like? What does a lowercase I look like?
It's same but smaller.
It's not exactly the same, but smaller. It's made with a short line and it has a what on top?
Yeah.
A dot on top. Does anybody have a lowercase I yet? Ari does. Bring it on up to me. Thank you. Short line with a dot on top. All right. I am going to make another letter now. Are you ready? Are you watching? Okay, because ready? Here we go. I'm done.
C.
It's a big curve, and that is a C. So where is my uppercase C up here? Is it this one? Is it this one? Tilly was lickety split fast and she already handed me her lowercase c to match. Awesome. All right, are you ready for another letter? All right, let's see. I am going to use a long line. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you. No, I'll take the basket. I am going to use a long line. And then I'm going to use 3 short lines as well. So what letter do you think it could be? You guys are good. 1, 2. Three. It's an E. Where's my uppercase E? Is it this? Is it this? Is it this?
Yes.
And does anybody have a lowercase e? Lowercase e is a short line. We hit the ball and we run around the bases, right? Thank you. All right, there we go. All right, so now I'm going to make another letter. Let's see, I'm going to make a letter that again starts with a long line. And then, I haven't given you all the clues yet, please stop yelling. And then I am going to use 2 small curves. You guys are good. Does anybody have, oh, wait, let's find our uppercase B. There it is. Who has the lowercase b? Lowercase b has a long line and then a curve this way. Gabe, what do you have? Ah, okay. Who has a lowercase b? Oh, awesome. Thank you. There it is. All right. I will start with a long line again, and then I'm going to add another long line. And then I'm going to add a short line across the middle. It is an H. All right. H is right here. Who has a lowercase h? Lowercase h is a long line, and then we bump up and over. Do you have an H? All right. Thank you. H. All right, now I am going to I'm going to start with my long line again, and then I'm going to add a small curve and a short line. Any guesses?
G.
Ari. Not a G. A G doesn't start with a long line. Braxton? R. Let's see. There's my short curve and there's my short line. Yes. Let's see. Is this my R? Is that my R? Yes. Does anybody have a lowercase r? Good job. Thank you. Oh, I can't reach. Ugh. Yeah. There we go. All right. Now I am going to use my long line again, and I'm going to use 2 short lines again. It is an F. Here is my other F. Does anybody have a lowercase f that has a curve on the top and a line across the middle? And I have it. Yep. I have it. All right. Now, oh, this one's going to be tricky. I am going to start with a short slanted line. And then I'm going to add a long slanted line. And what's tricky here is my Y up here looks different from this one. Remember we talked about there's different ways, two different ways to make. Yeah. It's right here. It looks a little bit different than this one, but it's still a Y. And does anybody have a lowercase y? Thank you, sir. There's our lowercase y. All right. Let's see. Now I'm gonna try to find. Oh, you know what? I only have 3 long lines, but I need 4 of them to make this letter that I want to make. So I'm going to put 2 short lines together to make a long line. We can do that, right?
Yeah.
Sure. What am I going to make, do you think, with 4 long lines? Tate, what do you think? An M. You were right. It's an M. Yes. All right. Here's 4 long lines. Is this an M? This one? Yes. And my lowercase m, thank you much, starts with a short line and then it has a up and over curve and another up and over curve.
But that's not the same.
All right. Now I'm going to keep with my 4 long lines, but I am going to make it go down and then up
W.
and then down
W.
and then up. Yes, it is a W.
Orange.
W is orange. Does anybody have a W?
No.
Thank you. Lowercase w is made with 4 lines as well, but they are shorter lines.
Like Lego.
Yes. Okay,
And
let's see. Let's see. I'm going to keep my long slanted line, and I'm going to add another long slanted line, and then I'm going to add a short line in the middle. A. All right, here's my A, right? No, is this my A? Is this my A? Yes. Does somebody have a lowercase a? Thank you. Lowercase a. Awesome. It is a curve, a magic C curve around, and then a short line. Okay, what do we have up here? Ooh. All right. Let's see. I'm going to start with my line down. And then I'm going to start with a short line. And then I'm going to add a curve at the bottom. And then I'm going to add another line going up. U. And here is our uppercase U, and our lowercase u is right there. All right. Now I'm going to keep this. I have my line going down and a curve at the bottom. And then I'm going to add J. Let's see. Is this J? Is this J? Like jelly, yes. Does anybody have a lowercase j? It has a line with a curve at the bottom and a dot on top. Thank you. Here is our lowercase j. Oh, you're waiting for a G. Well, let's see. All right, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to use a big curve. And then I am going to use, these pieces don't work super well to make a G, but I'm going to try my best. How's that? I tried my best, right? All right. Here's our uppercase G. We need a lowercase g. Mr. Gabe has it.
And it starts with me.
Yes. All right. Here is our lowercase g. It has a magic C curve to start, goes up, down, and curves at the bottom. All right. We have 1 letter left. Now, I have something important to tell you about our last letter. It's also the last letter of the alphabet. And it's also, oh, we don't have one. I'm sorry. We have 2 letters left. We have this one as well. What is this one? What do I need to make this one? A long line down. What kind of curve?
A big one.
A big curve from the top to the bottom, right? There's our D. And who has a lowercase d? Good job. Thank you. So our lowercase d has a magic C curve around, and then we go up and down.
It's a purple.
Yeah, the colors don't match that time, but that's okay. So we have one last letter. It is the last letter of the alphabet. It is also our last letter of the week, and it's our letter this week. So take a look at it and tell me, do I need straight lines or curves to make a Z? Straight lines. And I am going to start, this is a little bit different. I'm going to start with a line going this way, short line going that way, and then my long line, which is slanted, right? And then right now it looks like a 7, but I am going to add another short line down here. And now it's a Z. And it's right there. And does somebody have, thank you, a lowercase z, which looks the same, but a little bit smaller. Z is our letter of the week. Yes. Everybody, let's have some listening now instead of talking, because I would like to tell you what sound that letter Z makes. Are you ready? Like you're doing a zipper.
Like this.
Like zip. Yep. And also like zebra. Right? Yes. So letter Z is our letter this week. And when I made my Z up here, what did I use again? I used a short line across, long slanted line, and a short line across again. And my lowercase z, same but smaller. Sort of like a zigzag, right? Yes. All right. Good job.